Hello, everyone. Welcome. So, we have a very special day today. I want us to take as much advantage of it as possible. And so, we will start by taking our pulse, which is the basis of quantum bioengineering, the technology of the heart. And while we start, I want you to put all your attention, your intention, and compassion on our own hearts. We align our back, our column, softly, gently. Feel the coherence in your structure and begin to start a consciousness of your uh, energy. And we begin to raise our frequency quality, the way in which we are vibrating, while we let our mind leave everything behind of everything, our issues, our circumstances, going beyond all problems. Feel the beat of our heart and raise our frequency quality. And to help us do this, I would like to invite you to come to the headquarters of the Quantum Bioengineering Institute in the desert. You come here to the vacuum, the void, and through your intention, you just sit on the sand in this great silence, allowing the crystals of wisdom of the ancient sea of Tethys of 300,000 years. Let it just eliminate all the noise in your biofield, in your mind, in your emotional body, in your body. Feeling the desert hugging you, welcoming you, while you raise your frequency quality, your energy. Allow yourself to connect the pulse of your heart to the pulse of the earth, feeling how you synchronize your own pulse with the pulse of the earth, and feeling how you synchronize your pulse with the pulse of the universe. In this ocean of silence, let's start to connect with the magnetism of the new moon. Feel the influx, the magnetism, its geometric structure, its sound, its sonic frequency, the photonic frequency that very specially is generated by a new moon, and especially today in the threshold of Samhain, where the connection between worlds is very fine, and feeling the silence of the desert as an anchoring point. And let's begin to integrate the magnetic strength of the new moon in this Samhain portal with a spheroid, with the photonics and the sonics of the new moon that will start to go over your chakras from the star of the earth crystal chakra, and watch as this spheroid that has the photonic, the light of the new moon, and the sound of the new moon, and of course, the astrobiological information that it has for each one of us today. Watch how this spheroid wraps your star crystal chakra. Very powerful, the energies that we have here today. So let's start to assimilate, integrate the energy so that we can work with them. And please make 3 powerful breathings with the crystal, the earth crystal chakra, absorbing all those energies of the new moon. It's a renovation energy, a very deep renovation energy, absorbing this sound from the new moon in your earth crystal chakra. And from there, we will go to the first chakra, performing our 3 breathing breaths, synchronizing our energy with the 3 energies that we have at an astrological level, wrapping with this, our spheroid, with the new moon, photonics, and sonic, our first chakra. And with each inhale, you absorb through that chakra the information that comes from the stars, from the cosmic bodies of the new moon. Let your tongue touch the top of your mouth as you do this. Now we go to the second chakra and we also wrap it with this photonic and sonic frequency and all the information, the astrobiological information of the new moon. We wrap with it, this all our second chakra. 3 breaths. Focusing on your abdomen. The breath focused on your abdomen. We now go on to the next chakra, the third chakra, and we wrap our third chakra with that spheroid of the light of the new moon, with the light of the new moon, the sound of the new moon, and the astrobiological information of the new moon. Observe how those energies, those frequencies from the new moon are already working on you. So now we will work with the fourth chakra, wrapping our heart chakra with this spheroid, with the frequencies of the new moon and the astrobiological information that it has. Every moon has information for us. That's why it influences us in a different way on each one of those dates. So let's absorb what the new moon auspicious energies are for us in the first chakra, allowing renewal, allowing that deep silence. Now, the fifth chakra, your throat chakra. We begin to wrap it with the spheroid of the new moon, taking 3 deep breaths. We're just preparing the field on which to work. So feel the spheroid structure, feel the strength of the photonics of the new moon, feel the sonic frequency, the deep sonic frequency, and the astrobiological information that it holds. And now we get to the sixth chakra, the third eye chakra. We wrap it with a spheroid. Our sixth chakra. And at the same time, we are integrating the information from the new moon. Observe what changes can you perceive in you as you are doing this integration. What changes do you observe in your frequency? Now let's go to the seventh chakra. And again, 3 deep breaths. Absorbing like a nectar, the photonic and the sonic and information frequencies that the new moon has into your seventh chakra. It's a very slow absorption, as if you were smelling a flower. And lastly, we go to the soul star chakra, 3 to 5 meters above our crown. Breathing 3 times, feeling that anchoring point in the desert, in this ocean of silence. And now allow the codes of the new moon to be downloaded into your field. And those frequencies that the new moon emits begin to work on your subtle bodies, observing and perceiving the beat of the new moon and how it works on you. And maintaining this integration that we have been doing with the new moon, we will begin to connect with the Samhain portal, this sacred moment in which the line between the spirit world and the living world is permeable and very thin. So we start to begin to connect to the portal. And it's the new year for the Celtic world. It's a transition point where a cycle is closed and pointing to introspection, regeneration, and rebirth. In this moment, just enhance your intention towards introspection from compassion for your being. You give yourself permission to enter the deepest parts of your being in regenerating, in the rebirth, connecting to this portal, relating it to the closing of a cycle and the start of a new cycle, connecting with the veil between the physical world and the spiritual world that allows the contact that is much closer with ancestors and beings of other planes. Samhain reminds us to look backwards and recognize what we have achieved. So I would like you to, with your pulse take, and look behind and recognize what you have learned all from compassion for your being. Observe, look backwards, recognize all you have learned, honor what you have learned, and start to prepare yourself to release what's no longer useful and the birth of new possibilities. Today, with the darkness of the new moon, the energy of this portal is enhanced, showing us a threshold that will allow us to release past burdens and to seed new intentions for the new cycle. This portal connects us to the ancestral wisdom and with a space of healing and renovation for each one of us. Visualize at this moment a door, an ancient door, while you are taking your pulse. Look at this door that is decorated with signs and patterns that are sacred, ancestral signs. And this door represents your entrance to the Samhain portal. It's the threshold between two worlds that tonight is opened for us. With every beat of your heart, the portal will begin to shine with a silvery light, inviting you to cross it and to explore the mysteries that it holds, ready to liberate you, heal you, and seed those new possibilities. A new beginning. Breathe deeply and visualize how this door, this ancient door, filled with ancestral signs, begins to open slowly. Be very present at each step. Don't run forward. Start crossing this portal that displays before you a sacred night. And as you cross, feel the calm and the respect that surrounds you. You are entering a space where time dilutes and the veils between worlds dissolve. You feel the light of the new moon, and you can feel a great whispering of an ancestral fire that is lit there in the center. Its flames not only give warmth, but they represent the fire of the light of the ancestors. They are flames that are alive, that have experience, that they dance at the sound of the music that is deep within you. It is an ancestral music. It's the voice of your ancestors, an echo that involves you and guides you. You begin to feel the presence of etheric presences, the souls of those who have walked before you. You are not alone. You are surrounded by generations of love and wisdom, generations of wisdom and love. Some of them observe you with kind eyes. Others smile with this recognition symbol. And they are here to liberate you of what no longer serves you and remind you that you are part of a sacred lineage, that their strengths and wisdom flow in your own veins. With every beat of your heart, one of these figures comes near you and extends his hand towards you. And in the palm, there's a sphere of golden, beautiful light. It is a golden light that makes you tremble. And this is It represents the burdens of the past that you're ready to release. And as you take the sphere, the energy of those memories and thoughts and emotions from the past will begin to go from your heart into the sphere, leaving a space in your heart for renovation. So allow your heart to liberate itself, to renew itself. And each ancestor comes to you with that sphere of golden light so that you can rest. One of those spheres of light will elevate little by little, creating wonderful figures around the fire. And the flames begin to absorb these spheres of light, making the fire to grow momentarily in intensity, changing those burdens into light that are dispersed with the wind. Each one of your ancestors bringing you those spheres, allowing those burdens to be liberated from the deepest part of your being, from love and compassion they feel for you. Allow them to reach the deepest part of you and observe how the fire in front of you is nourished with these burdens. It is like a celebration. The new moon, although it's just visible, sends the silvery light beams that touch you kindly. And they begin to seeds sprout out. These seeds are your intentions, your desires, your dreams for the new cycle. With every beat of your heart, visualize how these seeds are sown in that fertile ground around you with this portal, with intention, attention, and compassion of sowing this seed for the benefit of all sentient beings. Feel the blessing of your ancestors as you're putting these seeds on the ground, the fertile ground. And they, with a gesture of love, are blessing these seeds and are helping you to put them into the ground. There's a voice that comes from the center part of the fire. You are ready. The cycle has begun, and in you, the new life will flourish. You are ready. The cycle has begun, and in you, new life will flourish. Feel the frequency of these new seeds. Feel the beauty of this ancestral fire, all the love that surrounds you, all the acknowledgement, the deep acknowledgement, and all that ancestral push from the oldest lineages to the newest ones so that you can go forward. When you are ready, begin to go through the threshold of this portal into the desert. The threshold is open and it will be opened through the night. It will be open. But you are there as a guardian in that threshold, visualizing the night sky, deep dark sky, where the new moon has a powerful magnetic presence that is also announcing the starting point of a new cycle where everything is possible and the energy is renewed from the deepest part. It is time for introspection and replanning our goals. We begin to synchronize our mind with what is to come, feeling the energy, the lunar energy that wraps us, wrapping every cell in our body, revitalizing them, feeling how the energy of the new moon goes into the deepest part of us, deeper than before, taking that silence, that deep silence, taking us to the great silence of stillness where there are no distractions, no noise, only the infinite possibilities of the new, only the infinite possibilities of the new, only the possibility, the infinite possibility of the new. In this space of depth and silence, visualize a parch in your hand. It is clean for you to receive the words from your heart. Feel what do you want to manifest in this new cycle? Feel from the deepest part of your being with all the ancestral support behind you, with the opening and the potential of this Samhain portal, with the potency of the new moon. Your heart, what does it desire to manifest in this new cycle? And begin to write with the light of your heart on that parchment. They are igneous letters of fire that come from the fire in your heart, from the light in your heart. Feeling how your soul is the one writing on the parchment. And as you observe consciously, you can read every word. The soul is writing on its own language, the deepest language within you, the expression of your higher self. Once you have that parchment written, visualize how it dissolves into infinite particles of light, infinite possibilities to open that dream, that craving, in a light that does not die, that benefits all sentient beings. And those infinite particles of light begin to go upwards and pass through the portal. Some others go to the new moon, and some others are deposited in the desert. And from there, they will go through the veins of the earth itself to get to where you are currently standing on. Feel those particles of light enter into your physical body, your home, your house, your reality. And while you're feeling this connection with these particles of light, that deep craving from your heart, with each inhale, visualize this golden light that comes from your heart, extending through your whole body and assimilating these particles of light. Each one of your ancestors is still beside you, blessing your choice, honoring your decision. And now those particles of light wrap you, creating a protection mantle that is around you that joins the light from your ancestors. It is an inheritance of wisdom that runs through your blood and taking it to in time. At this moment, millenary trees begin to appear. Their trunks are carved with ancestral symbols of humanity. They are the guardians of the lineages. They are witnesses of generations that are very old. And as you observe these great guardians, you feel a subtle presence that manifests around you. It is the love from your ancestors. Some of them are human, some others are elementals, galactics, ancestors of the different kingdoms, and they welcome you in this portal. And you realize that you're not alone, that you are the result of everybody that has come before you, and its wisdom is there in your heart. With every beat, each ancestral figure of each one of the realms and kingdoms comes before you and will give you an object that represents the lessons and facts that you have inherited. Each object that each ancestor gives you, you will take to your heart, being grateful, deeply grateful for each one of those objects, feeling how they are connected among them. The wisdom of one with the wisdom of all, creating a tapestry. And as you incorporate each one of those presents in your heart that you are being given by these beings, you feel how your ancestral energy is increased, the one that helps you go forward and create anything. They are ancestors of the plant, animal, elemental, human realms, of the gods and goddesses. They are galactic ancestors. They are the beings that love us, that guard us, that go with us, and that honor us. And we are their active presence in this plane. Just receive with love and compassion. And while we're receiving these gifts in your heart, each one of them shares. We have worked, we have walked through similar paths. We have walked down similar paths and confronted challenges that you also know. In you, our strength lives, our resilience lives, and the capacity to transform. We have walked through similar paths and confronted challenges that you also know. In you, our strength lives, our resilience lives, and our capacity to transform. Let these words settle in your heart together with the gifts, feeling how you absorb the energies of the gifts, entering into the planes and spaces where you most need them, infusing light to every cell in your body with wisdom and the love of your own roots, those roots that have no beginning and no end, the roots of light and love. Feel the strength and the belonging with all your ancestors of each one of the realms and how they walk together with you every step of your life. This is a day for celebration, celebrating those that are dead and those that are alive, where the whispering of the guidance and support is deeper than ever. Acknowledge being part of a sacred chain and a story that is being written through you. Recognize that you are part of a sacred chain, a story that is still being written through you. Now we will be grateful, deep gratitude to this whole chain, these roots that have no beginning. Be grateful to the new moon, the Samhain portal, and our hearts for allowing us to receive all this potency, all this love, this accompaniment, this support, this deep encouraging. And we will dedicate the merits of this meditation for the benefit of all sentient beings, having the intention that through us as resonators, each human being can connect to this portal of light and wisdom, of deep acknowledgement, and can connect with the gifts, the sacred gifts of their ancestors, where at the end, only love counts. Only love counts. We take a deep breath, feeling this new frequency within us, knowing that during the whole portal that ends tomorrow, we will keep receiving these gifts, these murmurations, whisperings, this love that is endless. And now, feeling the pulse of your heart, you will ask yourselves, how much permission do you give yourself to receive? What is the limit for receiving? Your heart has no limits. It's infinite. So we will position ourselves in this state of reception, in this feminine, deep energy of the new moon. That is this introspection and the capacity to receive inwards, 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 without limitations, without limitations. Without limitations. Because all that you will be receiving will give you the strength to go forward and to create in the material world. So my advice is that you allow infinite introspection in this portal. Not many times Samhain coincides with the new moon. This is a great opportunity. I encourage you to take advantage of this portal so that you can go into infinite introspection to receive, to nourish yourselves from this yin forces that are moving and the strength of all our ancestors. So now let's reach a conclusion with the meditation that we have done. And we will put it in our hearts. And as you know, as I know that you are in a very deep frequency, I want you to remain there. That will keep it until tomorrow, but you enhance it and allow yourself the time to be there, to go deeper. And thank you, as always, for being here, for sharing. It is a pleasure to have you all here at a quantum level here in the desert. And you are welcome to celebrate this very special night with us. Take care. And as always, I tell you, you are very valuable. Recognize that too. Your ancestors are saying the same thing, not only me. So a big hug, and we will go forward with everything that is coming, that it's a lot. We have a lot to do going forward. A big hug and kisses for everybody. Go on, go forward, go deeper. Big hugs. Okay, see you soon. Happy, very happy. Kisses.